Okay, guys, we are today at the third week of the beginners Solea Bootcamp, the beginners lesson. Okay, so we're going to talk today about harmony. Okay, so we are around Solea style. So we are working and learning that the Solea exercises and falsettas that we are working on, the rhythm patterns and everything, it's on E flamenco, and it's true that Solea style on its roots, when it started to sound, it was around E flamenco key. A minor, G major, F major, E flamenco. But it's true that once that time goes and more the modern things happen into flamenco music, we started to use different keys to also accompany Solea. It's not the key what determines which style I am playing. So always the singers will determine with thanks to the letras, thanks to the paragraphs. Remember what it's a letra, okay? If you don't know any word, please stop my advice, okay? So it's not the key, it's not the chord which determines in which style I am. There are so many different things that will tell me in which style I am. For example, Solea, it's a slowly rhythm, it's on 12-beat measure, and it's using E flamenco key. But sometimes we can use A flamenco key also to practice and play Solea. Why? Because of maybe the singer want to sing something which is maybe so high or so low if I play on E flamenco. And they need myself to play on A to make it easier for them to accompany and sing. Make sense until this point? You get the idea also, Anna? Awesome. So what we need to know Solea falsettas on E flamenco and Solea falsettas on A flamenco to get ready for accompanying any singer, no matter which tone he or she has. But the truth is that the original key for Solea traditional is E flamenco, the one in which we are practicing. Usually when we play on A flamenco, so many people, it makes more sense, we could be, instead of Solea, it's more typical to play on A flamenco Solea por bulerías. Solea por bulerías, if we make it easy, it's the same style as Solea, but more quick. Okay? So for example, if I play, let me take the guitar. I'm going to use capo. I'm going to check. Let me tune because I have no tuner here with me. So also the key and also the rhythm not determine the style. Always the singer determine the style. Always. Never the guitar, never the speed, never the chord, never. Always the singer is going to determine. But when we have no singer, okay, we can think about the key and we can think about the rhythm to say I'm playing Solea or I'm playing Solea por bulería. Okay? So I can do on E flamenco, okay? E flamenco, the key that we are using. Remember, A minor, G major, F major, and E flamenco, okay? 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3. That's more or less a normal speed for Solea. Okay? Solea por bulería. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Solea. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You see how I'm changing the speed? Solea. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Solea por bulería. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm doing the same thing. I'm playing the same thing, but I'm just changing the speed. I'm playing the same thing. Everything is the same, but I only change the speed. Why? Because I'm supposed to be accompanying a singer who is saying to me, "Hey Mario, I will be playing Solea por bulerías." I increase the speed. Or I will be playing Solea. I will be playing slowly. And I will be using E flamenco if he or she determines that he or she needs to be singing on E flamenco because of his or her voice. Okay, but usually Solea por bulería, it's going to be on A flamenco, which is the chord sequence of D minor, C major, B flat major, and A flamenco. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. So what I need to have different falsettos on each different key. Okay, so I don't want yourself to learn A flamenco. I just want to let you know that it happens, and maybe you will watch a video tomorrow and will say, "Hey Mario, this man is playing on Solea, but it's not on A, G, F, E, it's on D, C, B flat, and A flamenco. What the hell is this?" No, I want yourself to know that. Okay? So let's work a little bit about chords. Okay, and let's explain those chord sequences. Second. Oh my god. Let's see. Richard. Key A, Richard. Share the screen. Let's see. We're talking about chord sequences and harmony a little bit, okay, Richard? Okay. Let's see here. Solea Bootcamp. So we need to know that we are talking about flamenco keys, okay? That's the most important thing. you need to know that it's not the same thing A major than A minor than A flamenco. Completely different. It is one different chord with its own scale, a different chord with its own scale, and a different chord with its own scale and cadences and everything different. Okay, so when we are playing Solea, which is A minor, G major, F major, E flamenco, this last E is not E major. Be careful with that. It's an E flamenco. It's true that sometimes myself I call that E major. That's as a mistake, as a usual thing for us. But on the theory, about the name, about the theory method, it's E flamenco. Okay? So what is a flamenco cadence? Flamenco cadences always have 4 different grades. Second and the first. And it's going to be, at this case, the E flamenco. The cadence could be A minor, G major, F major, and E flamenco. And then A flamenco key, the one that we talked today, it's D minor, C major, B flat major, and A flamenco. What is a flamenco chord? A flamenco chord is a chord in which, to the major variation, if we have A major, to convert it to flamenco, we have to add a flat 9. So if I make it with the guitar, stop sharing. I have an A major chord, and I add a A major, A flamenco. Okay? Makes sense for you? You get the idea? The same thing with... 1 second, I'm going to turn on the lights one. I have no battery, guys. I can record it with the phone, so don't worry in case that you don't watch currently. You watch my hands, more or less. Okay. A major, I usually put the index on the 2nd fret, 4th string, and the middle on the 2nd string, 2nd fret, and I do half capo with my index. Okay, and I press also the string number 3rd on the 2nd fret. A major, and if I add with my ring finger the B flat note, which is a flat 9, A minor, A major, A flamenco, A minor scale, A major scale, A flamenco scale, different and completely different things. Okay, so what do you want yourself, guys? I want yourself to start getting used to go through these chords. Okay, A minor, G major, F major. I usually do the F major with the open capo, and the E flamenco. E flamenco is an E major chord in which we add the flat 9. Okay, 1 second. E major with a flat 9. I add the 3rd fret on the string number 4th, okay? Or with the ring. So start getting used to go. both some of you who want to improvise, try to go and connect the different chords. So if you go from A minor to G, I'm improvising around flamenco cadence, and maybe it could be like malagueña almost, okay, which is a flamenco style in which we have no rhythm and we are around the E flamenco key, okay. So a good way to get used to go through the different chords, it's or do arpeggio variations with no rush, please. I don't want to see yourself. No, please. Okay, be really relaxed and go around the flamenco key. Okay. So what we get from today's lesson, we're going to be around E flamenco key on a traditional way when we play Solea, and we will be playing on A flamenco sequence when we play Solea por bulerías. But remember that it's not the key or the speed which determines the style, it's always a singer. But in case that we have no singer, for example, if you listen to Sabicas, Bronce Gitano Solea, it is a really quick Solea, but it's not Solea por bulería, it's a Solea. Why? Because again, the speed don't determine the style. Always the singer is going to determine that. You get the idea? If you listen to, for example, I don't know, Rancapino Chico, or you listen to Antonio Reyes, who are singers, they used to sing Solea really slowly Solea, but by using A flamenco key. Why? Because they have really high tones and it's not enough for them to play on E flamenco. Usually A flamenco is a women key and E flamenco is a man key. Usually to sing on E it's lower and to sing on A it's higher. So usually, more or less, not always, but usually women used to sing on A flamenco and men used to sing on E flamenco. Okay? So as always, we are talking about that rule, but it's not 100% a rule. What you have to get from today's meeting is that you will find maybe Solea songs, pieces, or performances in which you can listen to the guitar on A flamenco or on E flamenco, and both of them are going to be Solea. Okay? Make sense, more or less? Someone is joining us. Hello, Jan. Hello, Anke. Question, guys? Any questions?
Mario, my question is, when you say flat nine, again, I barely know how to read music. I don't know what a flat nine means.
Right.
That's a strange language to me. I don't even know what you're talking about. So,
right.
I'm
going to show
is
you.
it okay?
Yeah, I'm going to show it's going to be more or less easy. Okay. We want to work on A flamenco key at this case, okay? So I don't know if you know the notes, guys. So a small theory lesson right now. So C major scale, this is C, no, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, la, 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 as many times as you want. Going up, and you can also go it down. So if you put another line here, that's B. If you put two lines, we have A. That's the first thing that you have to only memorize. There's not any explanation about it. But now let's go into the flat 9. Let's talk about A flamenco key. So we have to create a scale from A to A. That's A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and A. That's a scale, okay? You are more or less, until here, you are more or less situated, Richard?
Yes.
Okay. Also, there is another, maybe we can talk about it another lesson, but we have to know that we have B flat as a note. We always have, how do you say, case signature? It is, I don't know how to call it in English. It's like the flats that we have on this key, which is A flamenco, it's always B flat. So this B note, normally it's non-flat, but because of we are on A flamenco, this B is going to be flat. So a A major chord, any chord is going to be created by 3 different notes. If we are talking about A, we always construct a chord with the tonic, the 3rd, and the 5th note of the scale. So this is the first rate, this is second, this is the 3rd, this is the 4th, this is the 5th, the 6th, the 7th, and the 1st again. So any chord that you have, any chord, if you analyze it, it's going to be created by 3 different notes: the tonic, the 3rd, and the 5th. So in this case, we're talking about A. So my tonic, it's going to be A, the main note, the root note. So the 3rd is going to be C sharp. In this case, 1 second. One second. Yeah. One second. I get confused here. I need 30 seconds to find the explanation for that for you. Why? Because of on A major chord, we have the A note, we have the C sharp, and we have the E note. And here, this C note is not sharp, it's natural. Okay? So what explanation we can have here? Because we are not really on A major, we are on an A flamenco chord. We are on F major key, so I don't want to get really into this today. Maybe we can do another lesson about that because it's a really long thing and I don't want to mix different things. So let's forget that, okay? Forget that. Okay, let's go back again. We know that our key chord it's A flamenco, okay, which is an A major chord with a flat 9. So why the flat 9? Because a flat 9 is what gives to me the flamenco note. If I don't put the flat 9, it sounds major, not flamenco. So in my case, the flat 9 it's a B flat. So if I just say A, you just have to add a B flat to A flamenco, to A major chord. No matter if it's 9 flat or 2 flat or whatever. If I just add a B flat chord note to the A major, there are so many different places in which I can put a B flat. Like for example here. Okay, lately, for more modern guitarists, you will find so many people who are doing the flamenco note here instead of here. It's the same note, B flat, B flat, B flat, always. I can do also here. So we have to know that what converts a major chord to flamenco is a flat, in this case, the flat 9. What it means a flat 9? A flat or a sharp, it's a thing that decrease or increase half note the distance between one note and the other. You get it? You know that? So if from C to D there is a full tone, from C to D flat we have half tone. You have it clear?
So why can't you say instead of D flat, C sharp?
I can say always C sharp. From C sharp to D we have half tone, and from C to D flat we have half tone. Another thing late into the harmony will determine if you put the sharp to the C or the flat to the D. That's another thing so far.
Oh, that's why I'm confused. Why does it have to be the flat to the D?
That it was an example, just to let you know that if usually from C to D there is a full tone,
Yeah.
if you put a sharp, for example, on C, there is going to be a half tone. So you know, all of you know for what reason we use sharp and flats, right? Just to change the distance from one note to the other. So right now, let's talk about the flats, about this 9 flat that we are talking about. So, what determines which a chord it's, if a chord is major or flamenco, is to add the flat 9. So what is flat 9? We are on A. The note to determine which is a major chord or flamenco, on A it's a B flat. So the tonic of the chord is A on the tune number 5. So we started to create the chord from here. A, the tonic, the third, and the fifth of the chord. So A major chord. And 9-1, traditionally, we don't add the flat 9s on the basses. We add the flats, so we add the flamenco note on the triplets or more in the middle section of the guitar to make it as a traditional way, okay? So to confirm that you are not adding the second flat, which is this one, because it's the second note after the tonic, A first, B flat second, to ensure that you are adding the flamenco note on the right way, I give you the 9th, because it's always the second note after the second tonic. So it's A tonic, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B. To ensure that you add this flat, B flat, and not this one, I tell you on the always which is a flat 9, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay? Make sense?
It does.
At the end, it's like you have to see what it's going to create a flamenco. What's going to make a major chord to flamenco is to add the second note after the tonic, but always half beat far. So it's not a B note. It's not. It's always half tone far from the tonic. It's if you are on E flamenco, E tonic, nano, nano, nano. It's not nano, nano. No, it's nano, nano, or no down, no down. To make any note along the fretboard, wherever you are, it's E also. This is, I don't know which note it is. This is could be the tonic and the flamenco.
So is it a G flat for E flamenco?
For
what is the ninth? What is the ninth flat for E for an
count
E?
E, F, G. Let me count down in English. E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, and F.
So it's F sharper G flat.
No, at this case,
No?
because of the harmony theory, what I need you is not to use B flat or sharps. The F, the flamenco note, has to be always a half tone far distance. So in this case, naturally, with not doing anything, F note is half tone far from E. So what do you need to memorize in the other side? To work on that. I know it's not easy, okay? I know it's not easy. Let me share with you the screen one more time. I'm going to share with you something here that you have to memorize in general. It's music theory in general, not flamenco. So that's a C major scale. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. You have to memorize that from C to D there is a one full tone. From D to E we have one tone. From E to F we have half tone. From F to G one tone. From G to A one tone. From A to B one tone, and from C to D we have half tone. Okay, so interval could be major, minor, or augmented or diminished, something like that. Okay, I don't know exactly if it's correctly in English. So what determines a flat is to let you know that it's not A with the B flat. It's not. I'm not talking about the note. I'm talking that this B note has to be always half tone far from the tonic. So flat means less, small, down. So remember, is that when I say to you the flat 9 chord, I'm letting you know that this B note to construct and create the flamenco chord could not be one full tone far from the A. It always has to be half tone far. So in this case, A and B flat, because of usually from A to B this is a full tone. So to make the B a flamenco note of the A, I have to add a B, a flat here, and make it slow, close to the A. It's also difficult for me to explain in English. Okay, so it's you're right. But what determines a flat is not the harmony or the key or the tone. It's an instruction to let you know that always the flamenco note that you add has to be half tone far from the tonic, no more than that. Because if it's far, it doesn't going to be a flamenco chord. Okay.
Why is B to C a full and C to D is a half? That's the part that I don't. Because on the front,
you have to memorize that. That's something from classical music. It's something in the music theory. Whenever you are, always, if you are on the fretboard from C to D, you have one fret in the middle. But from E to F, you have no frets in the middle. Okay.
That I understand, but B to C, isn't that just no frets?
Sorry?
B, C, B, C. B to C is no frets. That's why I'm confused.
That's it. That's because of you have half tones from.
Oh, half. Ah, the light bulb just went on. Thank you. I got it. I got it. I got it.
So nice thing to memorize today. I'm going to paint that again. No, I'm going to go back and I cannot. I'm going to paint that again. Like something new about theory today. So half tones from E to F, C, B to C. The rest of them are full tones, which is 2 frets. Here it's one half tone, it's 1 fret. Okay? That's something that this thing is something that you have to memorize. Something that all of us need to memorize time ago. Okay? And about the flat 9, maybe it's also difficult to understand. As I told you, is just to let you know that how you colorize when you have like flat or sharps here on the on the score makes K signature, is how do you call that correctly or not?
Right, that's the key signature. And if it's something that happens that's not in the key signature, it's an accidental.
Awesome, thanks, man. So we are on A flamenco, which is a flamenco relative of F major, and it's a also it is a flamenco major relative of D minor. We can say that those chords are cousins. Okay, they have like the same scale in common. So for the three of them, their K signature, it's B flat. It's something also that we have to memorize. Okay, I know that C major has no K signature. I know that G major has F sharp. I know that D major has F sharp and oh my god, I'm getting crazy. Similar result of fa do sol. Yeah, D major has 2 sharps. Something that we have to memorize with the time. We can work on that maybe in another lesson. Okay, so here we are talking about A flamenco. A flamenco, it's part of A flamenco chord, sorry, A flamenco key, F major key, and D minor key. And the three of them have B flat on the key signature. So if we create the scale from A, B, remember that is flat because we have it here, okay? B flat, C, D, E, F, G, A. This is the A note of the string number 5, okay? 5 string. And this is the A of the string number 3. We talk about the flat 9 because if I want you to put the ninth note after the tonic, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and this B flat. This is a B flat that we play on the string number 3. Okay? I can say you the second flat. No, because of I don't want you to use this chord, this note, on the flamenco chord. It's also correct if you want to use, because there are so many people who are doing right now, but it's not the traditional way. That because of most people, when we talk about harmony, we explain the flat 9. It's because if I want you to count 9 notes after this tonic on the bass, which is this B flat, and ensure that this note is always half tone from the tonic. So because of it has the flat note on the K signature, from natural A to B flat, we have just half tone. Okay? Better now, guys? Maybe it's something that you have to, I think that I explained more clear on the last 3 minutes, not on the last hour. I think maybe you can record and you can watch again the recording. Okay?
That's making sense. I think one thing that's good to clarify is that the reason that it's called a flat 9 is not necessarily because it's a B flat. Like the note is it's called B flat, but that's not why the chord is called a flat 9. But like I think you just made clear, is that instead of that 9th note being a whole step away from the octave, it's just a half step up, which makes it overall a flat 9 from in relation to the original tonic that where you started from.
Thanks.
I'm not sure if I just confuse things even more, but
you also clear myself, I think, about how to explain that. Thanks, man.
right.
Thanks. It's nice to know this for sure. Memorize that, guys. It's like A flamenco, it's A flamenco, and that's it. Okay. Once we will get into the scales, next lesson we will get into the scale that we use. But think about that. E major adds a flamenco version if we add the F, or A major has a flamenco version if we add the B flat. Okay, B flat. And that's it. More clear, guys? Any question? Any extra thing? Okay. Don't get crazy with that. Okay.
Sorry, I have a question.
For sure. Okay.
Why didn't you make C sharp? Because you say A flamenco has the is A with the sharp and has the B. I can't say it.
Yeah, A flamenco, it's a A major chord.
Yes, A major, and A major chord has the C sharp.
You're right. You're right.
But you wrote C.
Yeah, because of we are part. That's something that I've never understand. Some people want to. I'm sharing with you the screen. Okay. I think that there is not. I've never listened about a theory who is playing that. Okay, and you're right, Anke, that the third grade of the scale here, it's natural. It's not sharp. But when we play A major, we make it sharp. For what reason? I've never find a reason for that. And I explain.
Can I say something here?
For sure, señorita.
Yeah. So what I understood just by listening for these long days is that what you wrote here, like A flamenco and F major and D minor, they are like the cousins, working together. So what I personally felt just by listening, I didn't have any idea about the flamenco key and the flamenco. So what I understood is that mostly it's coming from the D harmonic minor scale, where the 7 gets a natural 7 instead of a flat 7. So if you write the D minor scale, the C becomes a C natural. But when it comes down to the D harmonic minor, the C always comes as a C sharp there. And if you derive it from there, like the D minor, the C major, the B flat, and the A flamenco, then naturally the C we get is as a C sharp over there.
It's true that you will listen like we come from the harmonic scale. Also, the Phrygian modes of the Greek modes get into the stage.
Right.
Okay.
Kind of.
Depends on which person.
I had no clue actually, so I had to figure it out in my
own
way.
Also myself. So it's like I have no.
So that was the
with
way
the time,
actually.
we memorize that, and it's not usual. But for me, I do get used to that when I'm doing the melody of the flamenco key. I do my C note natural.
Natural, yeah. Only in terms of chord, it comes as a sharp.
But you can also add, when you are doing the flamenco scale, and it's something that you can add the, let me count, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do, re. Yeah, the third grade on the flamenco scales, you can add a sharp, when you are doing the scale, okay, the scale, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do, re. Yeah, the third and the 1, 2, 3, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do, re. The seventh, yeah. And the seventh, you can, when you are doing the scales or improvising or doing melody, you can add a sharp to them. So in this case, a variation of the scale would be, but it's not the way to explain your situation, Anke. It's not an exceptional thing. So for your question about why the C note it's natural on the scale and sharp on the A major chord, after so many teachers and after 14 years of conservatory and so many subjects of flamenco harmony, each person is going to tell you a different theory.
Mm.
It's like something that I memorized, that when I'm playing A flamenco, on the scale, the C note is natural, and the chord of A flamenco has a C sharp chord.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
And it's
Okay.
true that when you are doing the scale, you can use, if you want, not obligated, you can add the sharp to the third and the sharp to the seventh. For this case, it's going to be on A flamenco, C sharp, and G sharp. On the scale, instead of sounds like this, I can do with the C natural, C natural. I'm going to add the third and the seventh.
Okay, we don't need to go so deep inside it. I only thought, for example, about tangos where you have the C major chord, but the C the A major chord with the C sharp,
Yeah,
but you also have the C major chord,
yeah.
which is not sharpened. Yes, this is
Yeah, I know that it could be so crazy maybe to see that the chord sequence is D minor, C major, B flat, and the A flamenco now has a C sharp. It's like, oh my god, how it happens, no?
okay, but
With the time, something that I will ask for it to a couple of friends just to see what they explain to me, and I will share with all of you. But with the time, I memorize that for me, if I'm playing on A, the C note is natural, but I will be playing A major chord with the flamenco note when I'm doing the flamenco.
okay, we needn't deepen it. I only wanted to know a
I'm going
bit
to ask
more.
a few friends just to see what they think and which theory method they have to understand this situation. Okay, and I will go back with you.
Thank you.
Anything else, guys? Finally, well, it wasn't a beginner's lesson today. It's supposed to be the beginners, but it's not a beginner. Okay, guys, that's it.
That's a cool room you're in. Where is that at?
Sorry, Steve.
That's a really cool room that you're in. I haven't seen this one before. Where's
No,
that
that's
at?
my girlfriend's
Oh,
song
okay.
room. But you know what?
Oh, okay.
There is
I
a
have seen it. It's just not, it's a little darker than usual.
there is a fan on the roof, but it has a distance thing but it has no
Oh.
batteries, and I cannot turn on the lights. I've just find it to you. Thanks.
I'm
Last
glad I joined
last
today.
class
It was
it was
good.
the stand fan.
Yeah, that's
That's
why
it.
that's because of I hate batteries and things. It's like I want traditional things with no batteries, with no mistakes. It's like with the typical things that you throw, it's always better.
Pull it apart, right?
Yeah. Okay, guys. So resume before we leave. Beginners. Okay, this is the third lesson today. So you already have the falsettas and the rhythm patterns for last week. It's already on the document, okay? And still uploading things because I get lost a little bit because I recorded I don't know how many videos in the last couple of weeks and I got lost. So but you already have the three first falsettas and the first rhythm patterns on the first and the second lesson. And also you have the intermediate ones of tomorrow, Wednesdays. You have already the falsettas on the document, okay? I still have to confirm a few extra videos to upload. So I will see all of you tomorrow, guys, for the advanced lesson, the intermediate advanced. Wanting to watch videos, okay? Long time with not many videos at the group. So keep recording, keep practicing, and sending some videos of yourself, okay?
Sure.
That's it. Guys, enjoy and see you tomorrow to all of you. Thanks, David, man. Have a nice day. It's good to see you, man. Bye,
Thanks,
guys.
Mario. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys. Thanks.
See you tomorrow.
See you
All
tomorrow.
right. Profe,
Bye, John. See you tomorrow, man. Te veo en la one-on-one.
a la una. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Ciao.
Ciao.